And we're live. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm Dave, and thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thank you. This is Let's Have a Chat About Leadership for Tuesday, February 11, 2020. How are you? Well, we're done with today and the business part of the day. We still have the side hustle stuff. We still have other business stuff to take care of. We still have things we have to work on because rust never sleeps. Rust never sleeps. And so get it taken care of. So it's Tuesday, and you know what we do on Tuesdays? That's right. We talk about leadership in the news. And today it's the growing hot topic aside from politics, but I detest politics. I know we need them. I know we have to go out and vote, but you know what? My opinion is my opinion, and my opinion is right. Yours is wrong. I don't care what anyone says. That's just where I come from. And you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, their own political views. I get that. I like that. That's why I signed up, joined the military, raised my right hand and swore an oath to this nation, to the Constitution, to support and defend the Constitution. And in that Constitution, it says everyone has a right to vote, so long as you're of age. And so whatever you choose to do, that's on you. That's on you. But understand that at the end of the day, when a president is elected, that person is still your president. I've gone through, I don't know how many presidents in my lifetime, and it's been more than 2, and it's been more than 3. And you know what? Each and every one of them has been my president. Whether I liked it or not, whether I agree with their policies or not, each and every one of them were duly, properly elected by the laws and in agreement with the Constitution on how to elect presidents. And guess what? You know, that's our president. So for those of you that have been moaning, groaning, complaining, you know what else are you doing? What are you doing right now? Because now it's time. Crunch time is here. This is it. Now is the time to, you know, put up or shut up. And it's just that simple. So get to work. And but that wasn't what tonight was talking about. So again, I wasn't picking sides. All I'm saying is, there's stuff to do and we got to get it done. And speaking of stuff to do and getting it done, well, that's tonight's topic, is the coronavirus and transparency. The coronavirus and transparency. And I'm starting to see this whole thing take a little different turn. And it kind of bring a business side to that, or a personal development, personal growth side to things. And let me just throw this out here. All right. So first off, this started in China, Wuhan, China, and it's kind of like in the center of, you see the map of China, it's almost like in the center. And it's like, well, that's interesting. And the coronavirus, that is. And the first doctor that was giving out the warning and saying, hey, this is new, this is different, get ready. We need to address this now, not later. You know, from the reports that are coming out, that he was silenced. He was forced to sign a confession saying he was out there starting rumors against the Chinese government. And where's the transparency in that? This is a doctor doing his thing. His oath is to do no harm. And he wasn't trying to be anything other than, you know, being the good doctor and let the world know, hey, something's up. Well, he kind of disappeared there for a little bit. Turns out he had caught the coronavirus and he got sick. He got infected. He didn't make it. He died. And then now there's another blogger, and he had been reporting on it and going out and defying the curfews and defying the wearing the mask and getting out there. Now he's all but disappeared. No one's seen him. No one's heard from him. So again, where is what's going on? Someone has to ask the question. Someone has to beg the question. What's going on? What are they hiding? And now it's growing. 43,000 cases. Over 1,000 have died, and it's growing. Okay, so worldwide. And the questions are going to get out there. The questions are going to be asked. And at one point, people are going to start demanding answers. And the transparency, you know, we cannot dictate foreign policy. We can only influence it, but we cannot dictate it. That's not who we are. I'm not an elected official. That's who dictates it. Then again, I'm not a bureaucrat because, again, I have nothing to do with foreign policy. So we ourselves cannot influence foreign policy. That's only for elected officials. foreign policy is dictated by elected officials here in the United States. Not the middleman, not the guy who's listening on a phone call. No, actual elected officials, and that's there. So that being said, we still have to hear things. We still want to know, and eventually someone's going to raise that question. So what I'm getting at is what's going on. We want to know, where are these people going? Why are they just silenced? What else do we not know about this virus? We already know it's a nasty one, very nasty. It's going to be difficult to create an antivirus, and it's not going to be like the flu. This is different than the flu. It might act like the flu, but it's not the flu. This is different. And the influenza virus is one thing. Then there's the coronavirus. It's another thing. So understand. So the government leading the charge right now, not here in the United States, but in China, where is what is and when and who and what and all of that. And those are the big questions. So here in the United States, I like that we're taking a different approach. We're sharing the information. We're being encouraged to share that information with everyone so as not to create a panic, so as not to incite a riot, not to go all crazy over nonsense. And again, the media, I got to give the media kudos for not inciting a riot, for not hyping or overhyping. Yes, hype it up, understand that it is serious, but again, they're not overhyping it to the point that there's pandemonium and panic in the streets. And well, of course, you're going to have those fringe elements, those fringe websites, those fringe news channels, those fringe that are going to work on exploiting that and offer ratings. And that's the wrong way to go. But again, they're going to get themselves found out. They're going to get themselves found out. So the transparency, you can see it on both sides. Either it's cloudy, it's fogged up, or there it is. It's huge. And everybody sees through it and everybody understands, hey, this is a serious problem. No one's minimizing it. No one's hiding anything. But again, we have to be asking those questions. And again, if we're not asking the questions, we're not going to get the answers. And it is that simple. So that being said, let's keep up the good work. Let's keep asking those questions. And let's definitely find out what's going on out there. Because again, one voice gets silent, another one or another two have to step up and fill it in. Another voice gets silent, 2 or 3 have to step up. And that's just the way it is. Because again, this is our lives that we're worried about. These are the lives of my children that I'm worried about. Luckily everybody's close to home right now, but should my daughter decide she wants to go overseas, which I've been hearing a lot of lately, you never know. You never know. And so I want to know. And that's the thing. So aspects and insights on all of this. Leadership, transparency. And I want to just get on the transparency bandwagon here. If you got something to hide, then maybe you're not doing things for the right reason. Leaders, bring everybody in that needs to be brought in. I understand there's some information that needs to be compartmentalized. I know there's some sensitive information that needs to be dealt with, and that's understandable. But again, don't just leave people out there guessing. Don't just leave people out there wondering. Don't just leave people out there starting rumors, because that's how rumors get started. They get started by the people that don't know anything. That's how rumors get started. And it's not just by the jealous people. It's the ones that don't know anything, or only hear the half, or just kind of hear parts of it in passing, But again, leaders, step up. Employees, aspects and insights on employees. Real simple. Ask questions, demand answers, but understand that sometimes you might not get 100% of the answer. Understand that things have to be done in a certain way, certain manner to protect the privacy of individuals. But again, you should ask and be asking, but do it tactfully, do it with intent, no malcontent, no ill will, with intent. Aspects and insight and training. Well, this goes to everyone here at this level, is understand and know that what your business is, know your business, know what you're doing, know that you can do it well, and understand the ins and outs of it. Don't just come in half-cocked and thinking you know how to run the show. If you ran the show 40, 50 years ago, guess what? Today running the show, don't even try. Don't even try. And if you've never run the show and all you've seen is books in school or what your professors have taught you, don't even try, because again, you have not experienced the world. Get out there, your mouth closed, learn what it is to do business now, learn your craft, how to do it today in the 21st century, and then share and then learn. But again, the transparency is there. Just be careful how you use it and how you ask for it. And let's see, across the board sectors, this applies to everybody. It's just one of those things that, yes, deliver on the transparency, but everybody else needs to understand it. Some cases, not everything needs to be vocalized, not everything needs to be shared. Some things, and you hear about it all the time in the news. Well, pending further investigation, or we don't discuss any pending litigation, things like that. And it's understandable. But to some degree, people want answers. Your stakeholders want answers. And your stakeholders deserve an answer. And if you're not prepared to give them, you're in the wrong business. It's just that simple. Well, listen, there we go. Transparency. It's everywhere. We need it. We have to have it. And if we don't have it, we're going to ask questions, and we're going to ask why we don't have that transparency. So between now and then, keep asking those questions, everyone. Listen, I'm Dave. Thanks for stopping by. This has been Let's Have a Chat About Leadership for Friday, February 11, 2020. And tonight we're talking about the coronavirus and transparency, and how it's being shared, how information is being shared, and how information is being withheld. So get out there, ask questions. In the meantime, until tomorrow, until Thursday, have a good evening. We'll talk to you then.